Have you ever noticed that some men never chase women? They don't send endless texts. They don't beg for attention. And when someone starts pulling away, they don't run after them. Most people assume it's because they don't care. Others think it's some kind of dating strategy. But psychology suggests something completely different. In many cases, it has nothing to do with pride, and everything to do with how they see themselves. By the end of this video, you'll understand the 5 psychological patterns behind this behavior and why they often lead to healthier relationships. Let's start with the first one. The first pattern is called the self-respect filter. Some men don't chase because they believe affection should never be forced. Instead of asking, "How can I make this person like me?" they ask, "Do they genuinely want to be here?" Psychologists have long linked healthy self-esteem with a lower need for constant validation. These men would rather be appreciated naturally than convince someone to choose them, because they understand one simple truth. If interest has to be forced, it probably isn't real. But once someone starts thinking this way, something else changes almost automatically. They stop focusing on attention and start paying attention to effort. This leads to the second pattern, the reciprocity rule. Healthy relationships require movement from both sides. Imagine playing catch with someone. If you're the only one throwing the ball, there isn't really a game. The same is true in relationships. If they're always sending the first message, always making the plans, always keeping the conversation alive, they recognize the imbalance. Instead of chasing harder, they step back, not to play games, but to see whether the other person takes a step forward too. Because consistency says far more than mixed signals ever will. And once they stop spending energy chasing people, they suddenly have something incredibly valuable: time. The question is, where does that time go? That's where the purpose advantage begins. Instead of investing all their emotional energy into one relationship, they invest in themselves, their career, their health, their hobbies, their long-term goals. Psychology shows that people with a strong sense of purpose tend to develop greater confidence and emotional resilience. Think of your life like a table. If romance is the only leg supporting it, one disappointment can make everything collapse. But when your life is supported by purpose, friendships, health, family, and personal growth, one rejection doesn't shake your entire world. Confidence built through progress lasts much longer than confidence built through attention. But becoming focused on yourself creates another important question. How do you know who's actually worth letting into your life? This is called the observation phase. Some men don't rush into relationships simply because they're attracted to someone. Instead, they observe. How does this person treat other people? How do they handle conflict? Are their actions consistent with their words? Attraction can happen in seconds. Compatibility takes time. They understand that chemistry might start a relationship, but character is what keeps it alive. Even then, there's one experience no one can completely avoid: rejection. And how they respond to it changes everything. The final pattern is called the rejection reset. Psychologically resilient people don't see rejection as proof. They're not enough. They see it as information. Not every connection is meant to work. Trying to force attraction is like trying to fit 2 puzzle pieces that simply don't belong together. The harder you push, the more damage you create. Instead of chasing what's not mutual, they move forward, not because they never cared, but because they understand that self-respect means accepting reality instead of fighting it. So when you see someone who doesn't chase, don't assume they lack feelings. Sometimes they're simply following a different mindset, one built on self-respect, mutual effort, purpose, patience, and emotional resilience. Because in the healthiest relationships, love isn't something one person has to chase. It's something both people choose. If you enjoy psychology that helps you better understand people, relationships, and yourself, subscribe to Varenza Stories, where every video uncovers the hidden patterns behind human behavior.